Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we're going to do a quick calculation and see how much we can earn per day, weekly, monthly, yearly with a starting balance of 5,000. This is going to be done in a safe-ish kind of way. So as you can see here, I have risk levels. So 2 low, 1 medium and high for risk level. So the aim here is obviously grow our bags through DeFi and definitely through yield farming. We're going to use 2 platforms to kind of work this out. So the first is going to be DeFi Llama. Again, I did a video on this a while back, but I'll give a quick overview about this again. And I'm going to be using VFAT. So this is something I've used for the last, I want to say a month and a half. Really liked what has been built here. I think I've used this before back in 2021 when it used to be kind of just a very was a simple enough kind of dashboard to interact with different projects and stuff like that. So now I think it was a similar name. So for this instance, we're focusing, because it's a low strategies, these ones are going to be both on stable coins. This will be a stable coin and another native token, and then obviously this will be the higher one. So again, remembering we're focusing with a 5,000 starting balance. And again, this could be done with anything, any amount, provided there's enough to kind of cover fees and stuff like that. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to jump into DeFi Llama. So you can see here on the left, I clicked yields and I went to stablecoin pools. I'm on all chains for the time being, just to get an idea of what it is. And obviously my TVL is, the minimum is 1 million and the APY, the minimum is 10%. I feel obviously in crypto, you know, we need to be getting up around them numbers. So if you quickly look through this, you can see all the different tokens. So you can see MIM down here, which is another stablecoin, and USDC. So this pool straight away obviously is after catching my eye because it's a 40% APY. Now bear in mind the 2 percentages here. We have a base APY and a general APY. The base APY is what you'll get in terms from providing liquidity or providing your stablecoin, and the reward APY is normally the token that's given. So you have to understand, when you're given a token like this, so in this case it's Pendle, or in this case it's ARB and Spell token, these are inflationary, so they're going to, value will kind of be dropped as more come into supply. So you can see here we're getting 40% of this APY is paid out, or 38% of it, sorry, is being paid out in the reward token. So that's something to bear in mind. Now obviously we can always sell these into different tokens. So for this scenario, this will be the first coin I'll be picking. So it's 40% we're getting, and obviously the TVL is high enough, and it's on the Arbitrum network. So again, you know, it's a bit of chopping and changing. So I'm just going to quickly try and see, can we fill this out? So on our chart, so again, it's the MIM USDT, and I think there was something else on it, wasn't it? USDC. So it's a mixture kind of between them all. So we're in that one at the moment. Again, we're putting in $1,000 again. Now, just so you're aware, none of this is financial advice. So just, you know, it's just to kind of help people understand the opportunities and the possibilities here. So we're at 40.36%. 36, and that's a low income, our lowest risk one. So we're getting at the moment obviously $1.11 roughly a day, and obviously the daily APR is 0.1. So our next one we're going to jump into is, again, diversifying here is key. You know, we could double that into, because it's a decent APY, but I don't like being in one spot basically with LPs. I like moving them around and building them on different places because you get more exposure. So again, the next one we're going to pick is going to be on Aerodrome. So I have a mark down here. So it's the DOLA and USD Plus. Again, stable kind farm. 37% APY, and we're getting paid out in obviously completing the Aero token. So as most are aware, this can massively pump and massively drop in price. So again, risk to reward, I suppose, is up to each person, but again, as I said, you can automatically sell these. So the next pool is that one, DOLA / USD Plus, I think, was it? USD Plus. We are getting then again on that was 37.5%. So 37.5%, and again we put in another 1,000 into that one. Now, as you can see, obviously it's not a lot per day, but it slowly starts to build up, and again with low risk in these ones. Obviously there is a bit of risk, but it's mitigated a little bit of the pools and we got into. So the next token is going to be medium risk. Now for this we're going to jump over to VFAT. So again, so I can see what's happening more. You get a better idea of different amounts and stuff like that. You can see up here, this is my Fantom wallet I've connected to it, community wallet, and these are currently ones I am farming. So in this scenario again, we're looking, these are all still the stable kind pools. So now what we're looking to do is maybe change it a little bit more and focus on a few pools that are potentially a stable kind and a token we'd like to hold long term. So this, you know, there is some of these obviously are crazy high though. At the moment this one up here is 256%, which is very high. So what we kind of want to do is have a look through these and see is there anything that catches our eye. So because there's so many of them, I'm going to just filter this a bit. So we're going to remove all these so we have complete access to it. I want to use PancakeSwap and Aerodrome, and I want to have Ethereum, Optimism, Arb, BSC, Fantom and Base. So now we can get an idea of what different percentages are here. So again, crazy APRs, so we're going to sort this out through TVL. This gives us a better idea and a better position for it. So you can see here already USDC and Aero. This is a decent one, to be honest with you, at the moment. Again, Aero token I know is coming into circulation, but it's similar to what it was for me back in 2020, I think, when I got into PancakeSwap. You know, it's one of the biggest dexes on the base chain, so we're going to take this one into our medium risk. So again, is USDC and Aero. And we're going to put, we might change that, we might put 1,250 into it, and we might increase these ones potentially as well. So the percentage we were getting on that, now we could have two options here. We could get into concentrated liquidity, which could get us up to 145%, but because it needs more management, we're going to just stick to just a general V3 version of liquidities. Is going to be 89%. So now we're into pretty much our last pool, and this is going to be the one that I would consider the higher risk pool, and it's one that I've been in now for the last, I want to say, 2 months on my own wallet, and I have been happy in it, and it's there actually straight away. It's on base chain again. So you can see here again what we're sitting at. We have OVN USD plus, so again it's a stable kind, and obviously the big one here, the risk, is the OVN, which is the overnight finance, and we're going to put the same amount pretty much into that. So again it's 277%, so we're putting 1,000 into this one. It's OVN, and USDC I think it was, or USD plus, sorry. And we were sitting at 277%. So at the moment we have, as a fourth, we have another 750 still to pretty much use into these. Now in this scenario I'll put this one up maybe an extra 250, and I would put the other 5 into this one. So you can see there we have the 4,000-5,000 into it. You can see the different farms we're in, and just to kind of go through this then, I suppose is the big thing. Total per day is $15. Now most people are going to be looking at this and thinking to themselves, 5,000 is a lot of money to put in for $15 a day. Obviously our total APR return is almost 100% basically, because we're just getting over the 5,000 in rewards back. Now bear in mind, as I mentioned, with these two pools we're getting paid out in Aero tokens, so obviously with the price fluctuations of Aero, that'll impact us. With the other two token or the other two farms, it's a similar enough thing. You're going to be impacted with the token you're being rewarded in. So again, it is something to be aware of. Now, why I personally like this is because with USDC and Aero, and obviously the OVN USD Plus, is I get rewarded an Aero token. Now, I think long term Aero has the possibility to go high. Again, not going to put numbers on it, but it can go high. But what I do with most of my rewards is I put them into lending platforms, which I, in another video, I'll kind of go over that, but I get an additional APR on that. So again, it compounds your growth basically. The key thing for me for doing it in general like this is it gives you $100 a week extra to potentially build into your portfolio. If it's a case you're in a position that you're not like have free flowing money basically to throw into crypto every single week, it is a great way to potentially start positioning yourself into positions and do so with a safer approach in mind. Obviously we can get other pools that are absolutely crazy high APRs, which are up around 400-500%, and you know they can give you crazy gains, but the problem will happen with that is you'll probably more than likely get absolutely wrecked at some point with it, and it becomes a gamble and less of a business, and building up your own business basically from DeFi. So again, you know, pay close attention to the different pools, pay close attention to different platforms that show different pools and stuff like that, because you'll often come across some very interesting ones. Just to give you a point of view, I'm in this one down here, Wrapped Eat and Wells. I've been in this for the last, I would say, 3, 4, 5 months, and this has been given, it started I think at maybe over 1,000% I was getting, and has eventually come down to this. Yes, the price of my LP has dropped from, I think initially I put in maybe 3,000 or 4,000. It has dropped to potentially 1,200 now, give or take. However, I've taken, I would say easily 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, if not more, out of that in the space of them couple of months. And you know, I've well and truly ROI'd out of it, covered the loss of what it is, but it's also still generating me rewards at that percent. So you know, that's an example of something that getting in early can be really good and helping building up positions. So look, as I said, that's pretty much it. It's just to showcase how you can grow in crypto especially, and earning yield from real projects and real yield. Again, there's nothing scammy, there's nothing going on in the background. They're not, you know, making up imaginary things. Aero token you're getting paid in, but Aero token itself has a use case within the Aerodrome ecosystem, whereas it allows you to vote on different pools and again further benefit and get rewards. And I think that's the key thing. And you know, in terms of these ones here, again, you're incentivized heavily by the tokens. So obviously the spell token can go up and down massive, and the same with ARB, but they're tokens that, especially the ARB token anyway, you get an incentive. It's a gas token on the chain and stuff like that. So you know, it's a good one to get, and it's a good one, the blue chip tokens, to potentially start building out positions on. And as I said, the focus here is to have a starting point, because $15 a day extra going into crypto without you having to put it in out of your own pocket is always good. And eventually you can see how quickly this can double by putting the 10,000 obviously into the different ones. But as I said, it just increases over time. So look, we're going to leave it there for today's video. It's a little bit long, but I thought it's probably the best way to show how it's done, how I normally go about doing it, and how I go about building a portfolio. So if you found this video interesting, please let me know in the comments. Let me know, would you change anything, other pools and stuff like that, because I'm going to be focusing heavily on this kind of content over the coming weeks and months now, and trying to help everyone build out positions in crypto and stuff like that. So thanks very much for taking the time and watching, and I hope everyone has a great day. Thank you. Bye.